How's it going, everybody? Hi, I'm Angelo, and welcome to the Shave Arcade. I'm very happy that you guys are here. Get your quarters ready because we're going to get our game on. So let's get going. So today we're going to be doing a review and showcasing something that just dropped. Today is July 29th, 2024, and this is going to be Camp Phoenix by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So I was sent this for review from the man himself, Douglas, as well as Fran and Huxley. Thank you guys. I greatly appreciate being included in this, but this is going to be a fun one. So this is the 2024, this year's version, and from what I hear, it's definitely different from the previous ones. Oh man, I'm going to get into the set notes in a minute. I already scooped. I have some set out in my Spot Prints 3D printed bowl, as you see right there. I'm going to be using my Amber Aerolite. I already got some water there. Synthetic brush. I do have the matching aftershave too. Thank you again, Doug and Fran. So that's going to be a good time. And then I have my Gillette Fat Handle Tech loaded with a fresh Gillette Silver Blue. If you hear anything in the background, that is just my younglings in the other room blow drying their hair. So we live with all girls. You know the struggle. Comment below. Anyways, we are going to get this baby going. So, like I said, I already got this soaked. I got some water here in my sink, and we are going to build a lather while I talk about the scent notes. Now, do go to my description in below because it has the full write-up that's there from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, from Doug and Fran. So I'm talking about a couple paragraphs. It is a fun ride. It is a great read. Do check it out. I do recommend you read all of those because they're always a great tale. It kind of adds a little something more than just what the soap smells like. And I love that about Phoenix Shaving, about what they do. They bring a whole kind of aspect world, to like not just like mystery and cool tales to wet shaving, but I mean I do love the just the experience that it just adds to it. So I mean, look at that, guys. It's already going pretty good. So Camp Phoenix 2024. So we are working with, now here we go. Okay, you guys ready? Mesquite wood, pine and white sage with white birch. Okay, tar, charcoal, spice notes. Okay, so what I get out of this is definitely, you showed up to your campsite. Okay, you're out in the woods. There's some evergreens around, but there's also some, there is also some hardwoods around too. Not really maple, maybe oak, birch, yes, for sure. This is always going to be birch trees. But I'm definitely getting like the evergreens, like you're going into a nice evergreen wood forest. Okay, but it's not that you smell the evergreens. I'm talking about that you're getting more of the setting. Okay, so it's definitely something where you have your campfire going. You get ready to make some s'mores. Okay, you've been at your campsite. Okay, now you're established. Now you're there. Now this is what I get, because I put some of the aftershave on today, and I was smelling it throughout the day between the soap and then the aftershave on me. Okay, so once I got the dry down, this is where you start getting the established scent of the campfire. Okay, so this is kind of the journey. It's like not just being at the campsite. It's the arrival, getting out of the car or truck or dune buggy or whatever you're using, motorcycle, and getting at your campsite. And then the dry down for me is now you've settled, you got the fire going, and you're hanging out with your friends and family around the campfire. That's what I get from this. So you've been, making s'mores, roasting some, some hot dogs on the thing there, and you're just enjoying the time. That's the kind of journey that I get out of this. So now that I've been lathering up the soap, as you can see, I got a nice consistency there, nice and hydrated, and we're going to get this on the face. But first, I got to get this going. So, some water there. I have a good 3 days worth of growth. This is definitely going to be much needed. Okay, now, here we go. So, what I am smelling, what I'm getting off of here is, it's like you had a fire, but then you threw on some fresh branches of of pine, like of pine, the evergreens, and like sage. If you had there was a bushel around it, there was some sage, you decided to throw that in too, which is always good to put on your fire if you're on the campground, just so you know. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. You're walking around the camp and you smell this and you got your fire going. But I tell you, when you get the aftershave on and that baby dries down, that's the settling in of the night around the campfire that has been burning throughout the day, throughout the afternoon. Look at that, guys. Love that. Vegan-based formula. If you guys don't know, CK6 has all the yum goodness that is there. Probably one of the best vegan formulas on the market, formulas in general. So I do really enjoy, my skin really does love CK6. There we go. Look at that. Boom. All right, let's get our first pass. We'll put this Gillette Silver Blue through the paces, I tell you that much. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, you can get the auto, you can hear that, right? Oh yeah. So it's going to be transparent as far as the audio. I did invest in a little microphone thing. So you do notice any difference in sound? Thank you. But always striving to see what I can do to help, bring a good experience to you guys. So some future tech with a retro feel. So there we go. But yeah, see, we're really getting the pine sage between them both. That's just now I always do this with my hand, just because I'm trying to, if you're down here, if you're up here, top notes, middle notes, bass notes, it's keeping me right in that top. So I don't know if you ever smelled fresh birch bark ripped, like you get those little, you see where they're peeling and stuff like that, you kind of peel it, and I know you've done it. You get that scent of the birch, which, if you didn't know, birch bark does make a great fire starter. So if you got your camp knife or whatever, take a slice of that, peel back some of that birch bark, okay, scrape it, release lots of the oils that are on that bark, and get if you have a fire starter of some kind or a match, makes great fire starting material and kindling to get your fire going. So little campfire trick there. Birch bark, my friends. And if you get bored, you can draw on it. Go. Oh yeah. Great work with this Gillette Tech, this fan handle tech. Great razor. I highly recommend these. I didn't get one until earlier this year. Thank you, Ken. You've been to Chet Shaver, which actually helped me acquire this baby. him and some friends, if you know in the community. John, Judge, Sloppy Badger, a lot of people, Carlos, Shave on Gents, as we know him. A lot of people out there that do tremendous work in the community by just being awesome, but also people like myself that need guidance or help acquiring items. Some great resources out there. Great people. I've been on the recipient end of a lot of blessings from such people. There we go. Oh man, that just glides. That feels so good. Definitely getting the. I'm telling you guys, the sage is lingering, but that's what my nose attracts to the most because I absolutely love sage, evergreens. That's fresh scent. It's like my nose craves it. It's just like the scent of like Palo Santo. That hits a certain something. So one that's a really good accomplice to this would be Solstice, also by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, also by Phoenix Shaving. Do check out Solstice if you don't have it. I would mix these two together. I would do like the soap of Camp Phoenix and then the Solstice splash, or vice versa. Or just take them in your hand, or if you're doing the soap, mix them both in your bowl. Trust me, I may do that. I think it'll be very nice, very nice. Man, that just went right through. You saw how much I had going on there, folks. There's no lie there. You saw it happen. That feels awesome. Man, don't sleep on these babies. If you can grab one, grab one. Especially in this beautiful, in this kind of condition. I'm talking about decades old. Decades and decades old. Still rocking. Okay, now we're going to go for a second pass. Oh, man. See, I like this. Like I said, I absolutely, here in Michigan, there's a lot of evergreens. There's a lot of evergreen forests in areas. But, birch, not much of the sage. That's more of a southwestern area type of thing in the United States, Arizona, New Mexico, stuff like that, Nevada. But we had some sage growing in our garden, but also around the yard, and I would just smell it. Takes a couple twigs off and just keep it in my desk. I just love it. There's something about it that just resonates in the DNA, ancestry. It's just one of those scents, and that's what I'm getting with this here. That, like I said, the pine, white sage, birch, the tar. I kind of wanted to kind of get it, but I'm really not picking it up that much. It's more of just like helping to stabilize the other scent notes. That's the way I get out of it. But the mesquite, that there is like it does linger off and on. It's like it appears and then disappears and appears, just like if you're watching the smoke coming out of the top of the campfire. Okay, that makes me think of like, okay, you were cooking, you were barbecuing, you set something up while you were there at your campsite. You maybe cooked something, you threw in some mesquite, chunks. Get that kind of scent, right? So you had that burning. That's what I get too. So it's like it's present there, but it's like you cook something at the barbecue, on your grill while you were there at your campsite, and you're like walking by it. then you're walking back because you're like moving around about in your campsite, right? That's what I get. That's what I think of. I'm telling you, it's a whole kind of journey, and I really, really admire this. Really enjoying this, what this is bringing. And I can't wait to get this aftershave on too. Man, it almost feels like that. Yeah, I mean, this with that blade combo. No, we're getting towards kind of the last third of summer here in Michigan. I mean, I don't lie, it was 90 plus. I mean, that's hot for Michigan. And then today, because it rained, it is muggy and sticky outside. Ugh. But this is a great transition when we get into my most favorite season of the year, which is the fall. And tell you what, if you've not been here in Michigan during the fall time, oh man, I'm telling you, it's not just beautiful colors outside, but the scents and the visuals and everything. I mean, the colors of the leaves, the aromas, the pumpkins start coming in, and the apple orchards start doing their harvest and tours and stuff, and hay rides. Oh my goodness. I am a sucker for the fall. So this is like a great kind of like transition type of scent for me. Like getting into that mood, you're like, okay, we did our time out on the beach. We were out in the sun. But I'm ready for hoodie weather, people. I am so ready. But also very excited to see what lays in store from Doug and Fran over there for the fall. They always got something cooking. Do stay tuned. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness. I do hope the clown comes back. You know. Okay, there we go. That was smooth sailing. Wow, that felt good. That's BBS right there. That is a nice shave. Thank you, Doug and Fran, for taking me on this journey. I greatly appreciate that. But let's get this cleaned up and get into that post shave. Now, got my A.I Alien block. Yeah, smooth, absolutely smooth. No stinging whatsoever. Wow, that smooth. I mean, it's good, and I I can't speak more on this. It's just how great of a shave this was. So let's get this open. Now, a couple different camps out there when it comes to alum. You let it sit. You wash it off. Do you just leave it and then put your aftershave? Do you do it after? Do you have one standing by separately that you use for your armpits? This is also good. Comment below. Let me know what your alum regimen is. I want to know. But I do love these things here. So got those available also at Phoenix Shaving. Go check them out. I do like what they have to offer, as you can see. So I am in the wash off camp. There we go. Okay, let's go. Actually, you know what? I am going to dry up a bit. There we go. Okay. This what I've been told is also controversial. Is like, do this, you do the shake. I mean, there's so many different ways. I love this. It's just so much fun. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. There is the campfire. Okay. To me, a little bit of the spice, just a touch. The charcoal. I mean, like I said, this is a fire that has been rendering and cooked. Like throughout just been burning throughout the day. Okay. And you got some of that just hanging out. But but that I'm still getting the sage lingering. That's just there on the top. I just love it. Thank you so much, Doug and Fran. Thank you, all of you guys out there, for hanging out with me for this review and spotlight of Phoenix Shaving 2024 edition. I greatly appreciate all you guys. So do come back again. I greatly like it. If you would hit the bell, do the things, the likes and the shares, tell your friends, neighbors, all that. I will see you next time.